second-hand abuse, and this is in line with the safe relationship training, and I just wanted to flag up the issue of second-hand abuse because it is important to understand if we want to understand how abuse can operate through more than one person. And the reason for this is often because the abuser will use other people in order to abuse a victim, and so that they are kept out of the way and out of the picture, and they are not seen to be abusing the person. In fact, sometimes they portray themselves to be the victim themselves, whilst getting someone else to abuse the victim, rather than them having to do it themselves. And this is often done by portraying the victim in a certain light, so that the other person will have a wrong view of the victim, and the abuser may even say that the victim is abusing him or her, so that other people will come into the picture and abuse the victim for them. And I know that this is difficult for some of us to imagine that someone would want to do this to another human being, because for those of us who are empathic and compassionate individuals, we often find it very hard to understand how someone could abuse someone through another person. But it does happen, and it happens quite a lot. And I think it's important to understand, if there is a situation that we find ourselves in which seems quite confusing, it's important to take a step back and to ask to be shown what is happening in this situation, because we can often waste a lot of time and energy running around trying to find out why certain people are attacking us for no apparent reason. Whereas, if we take a step back and ask to be shown the truth of what is happening in this situation, we can then withdraw or find another way in order to protect ourselves. And this form of second-hand abuse is often why we have smear campaigns and character assassinations as well, because these things are often used to victimize the victim further. And the reason for this is often jealousy and competition sometimes. So I wanted to highlight this important subject up for you, because at these times what can happen is that we can often go into denial, and we don't want to accept what is happening. And denial can often stop us from seeing the truth of what is happening. And therefore, we become unable to take care of ourselves. And so, just to reiterate that it is possible that we will receive victimization through other people that the abuser has brought on board, either through lies and deception, or through getting them to feel sorry for them rather than the victim, who, more often than not, is the one who is really in pain and is often suffering more than anyone else. And so I thought I would just flag that up for you, and I hope it's of help for the future. In the meantime, stay safe and happy. Bye-bye.